Good. All right. So I have Taffy that I'm getting ready to read for right now, and then Cinnamon Bun, you'll be up next. I just need to clear my head and figure things out. I like the cards for that. I like the cards as a way to better understand my mind from a different perspective. Like, our journey is solo on the inside, so sometimes we can get twisted and distracted and obsessed with things, and just everything gets distorted. So I like to come to the cards because they can read things differently and inspire different thoughts than what I might have on my own. Let's see what the cards have to say. Taffy, are you good with the 6-card reading, the guiding star that I just did for Mama Bubble? Same deck and oh, you got an ad. Okay, well, I will shuffle your cards out and be waiting for you when you return. Poor Taffy. So I was just shuffling your cards. The Lovers came for your first card, which is the Seeker, where you are in your present moment. Then the second card was the Emperor. The third card is the Nine of Cups reversed. Four of Pentacles reversed. Four of Swords reversed. A lot of reversed energy. Five of Swords. Okay. Off we go to read it. So the Seeker. The first card represents you and your place within the greater reading. As you are an anchor to this divination, draw until you have found a major arcana card. Its significance describes your present condition and will affect the rest of the reading. And you drew the Lovers. The Lovers depicts a couple in perfect harmony, blessed by the higher powers. However, adversity and peril still stalk them. They must remain unified to weather the trials that come their way. For their heroic struggle across time and space, no pair seems more fitting than High Exarch Tyrillian and Illyria Windrunner, hero of the Void Elves. In the upright meaning, this card symbolizes a strong union. Despite the name, it is not inherently an amorous pairing. It can mean any union in which the sum is greater than its parts. Each half enriches the other with equal parts of love, respect, and trust. Additionally, this card may represent a choice between two valid but wholly opposite options. Okay, so that's the present moment. I like the idea of wholeness, right? Love is, for me, it starts within, but then when you find it in another, it takes on this exponential level of wholeness, to find yourself in another, to meet another at their level. It's a sense of unity that is so deep, and it's just a profound way to meet another person. Then we have the Emperor. Well, the second card is the Foundation. This is the Earth Elemental card and represents the foundation of your circumstances. It is the environment you are in, the one that is affecting you. So this is environment. The Emperor. The Emperor is an ancient storied defender. He wields his wisdom with the same grace and measure as his weapon and brings peace in troubled times. He seeks neither battle nor conquest, but will protect the Emerald Dream with ferocious fervor. The mighty and ancient Malfurion Stormrage is just this type of force. Upright, this card symbolizes a wise and steady hand. Here is someone who thinks through their actions and looks ahead. They strive to cultivate honor and discipline through teachings of wisdom and structure. They are a force of control, but not of command. So this is the environment. Around you or within yourself is a wise and steady hand. Someone that considers what they're about to do before acting upon it, considering how their actions will impact the future. And it resonates because it try to cultivate honor and discipline through teachings of wisdom and structure. And you're here with tarot readings coming to find wisdom and structure. So yeah, I can see that. You're a force of control, but not of command. I like that. We are what we can influence, and outside of that is faith's hope for the best. The third card is the Influence. This is the air elemental card and represents the messages you are receiving. Reflect on the feedback and your communication you are having with those around you and how it is influencing you now. 9 of Cups. In reverse. So this is the message card. You are still not satisfied. At the risk of seeming ungrateful, you acknowledge that all you have is not bringing the fulfillment you need. You are struggling with this undefined void that defies resolution. As we're talking about the Lovers, the void is often connected to love. And so if our definition of love is faulty or isn't unconditional, then we struggle to fill the void. It becomes like a colander or a sieve where the goodness in life just falls through without meaning. And so this 9 of Cups, it speaks of a bad definition of love that connects to this card, right? And if we're connecting poorly to love, it's hard to feel good inside of any relationship. So love starts within. Find a definition. This is true. So yay, good, we're finding resonance. Love starts within, and if we're not happy in love on the inside, and it becomes an even much more difficult feat to be happy in love on the outside. And again, it's not just romantic love. This can be family love, coworker love, love of strangers, just love in general. It filters into every relationship we have. And if you're not fulfilled by the love you have, go inside and focus on your definition of love, how you receive it, how you share it, how you value it, how you prioritize it, and how you give yourself freely towards it. I add that last one because a lot of people attach strings to love. And when there's strings, it's not as wholesome, right? It's not pure. It's not pretty. And so free love that is given without judgment or expectation or labels or definitions, where love is just let to be, there's a freedom. And so I like that idea of finding freedom in love to share it freely so that you can meet people where they're at, not just where you need them to be. And there's a great wisdom and maturity that comes when you can meet people on their level, not expecting them to be anything but what they are, but inviting them to be their best self so you can meet them deeply, profoundly, magically. I love that kind of connection. That's what the Lover's card inspires for me. The fifth card is the intuition. No, this is the fourth card. We're on the fourth card, the peril. This is the fire elemental card and represents the will and motivation. Your initiative is the flame and it burns upon the fuel provided to it. This card will tell you if your drive is bringing you warmth and comfort or if it is destroying all that you have built. And you have the Four of Pentacles reversed. This reading alerts you to one of two extremes. Either you hoard your wealth in paranoia or you spend without regard to tomorrow. Neither are healthy or wise uses of your resources, so mind yourself accordingly. So, as we're speaking of love, you hoard your wealth in paranoia. You hold back your love out of fear that somebody might hurt you, that something might go wrong, that someone might not be who you need them to be. Fear inhibits love. Or you spend without regard to tomorrow. Or you share your love with people that don't value you properly and who treat you poorly and make you feel less than, giving your time and energy to people who aren't worth your investment, right? Not everybody is our cup of tea, and your vibe attracts your tribe. Pull back and let your love go to the people that see you for who you are and can benefit from the generosity of spirit that you have. The fifth card is the intuition. This is the water elemental card and represents one's intuition and insight. This card defines what your inner voice is trying to say to you. It may be at odds with your present will. It may warn you of what others are saying or of the dangers around you. Use this card to heed it and understand it. Four of Swords. You're okay, Cinnamon Bun. I'm still with Taffy. I am on card number 5 of 6. So your turn is coming up soon. I'm glad you were able to take a restroom break and get back. Don't want you to be uncomfortable. Four of Swords. So this is the water elemental card. Intuition and insight. Four of Swords reversed. You are as restless as one surrounded by blades. You are stressed and on edge without a moment to let down your guard. You cannot keep this up and are approaching burnout. As somebody who runs in hypomanic energy, where I literally exhaust myself, it's hard to go without reprieve. And when love is not fulfilling, that's an exhaustion of the spiritual variety, of the soulful variety, and of the mental and physical variety. It hits you on every level. And so, yeah, if you can't feel reprieve, find a way to rest, relax, and redefine and reframe where you are and what you're doing. As love is the focus, redefine what love is to you and find a way to relate to love with yourself and others healthily so that you can find that comfort to just be. And as we're talking about love, it starts within. If you're unfulfilled, that unfulfillment starts within. So it becomes your personal responsibility to hold yourself accountable to feeling better, finding the ways that you've been hurt and hearing that grief and that pain for what it is so that you can move forward, processing that past that's no more so you can meet the future for what it's most meant to be, not what we drag it down to be by leading with pain and negativity. You are tired of what's happening in your life. I understand. If it's hard to know what's right, but I trust that life always brings us to better. So if you are in a moment where you just don't love the details, go within and redefine what you do love about life. Because even though there may be a lot of details you don't like, there are still things that matter and that are magical if you look at them that way. And so by pulling back to what matters, that gives you passion and direction to take yourself in the way of something that will matter more. It guides you where you need to go. If you're lost in doing things and focused on things that aren't going to change, pull back and change things. You have that initiative. You have that power to influence your life by doing things differently. If what the status quo isn't working, then do it differently. And we're talking about love. So start differently with finding reasons to love life instead of instead of feeling exhausted by what's happening. Find a way to ignite that passion for life itself and your place inside of it, so that no matter where the journey may take you, you're going to love where you're at because you love being you and who you get to be for yourself and others. Five of Swords. The sixth card is the Self. This is the spiritual elemental card. It is the summation of all you have read to this point, a reflection of you and all the factors surrounding you. It foretells or forewarns what you shall become, taking everything into account. If you do not accept this reflection, look back across the spread to see what factors you may change or influence the whole. Five of Swords. So you had Four of Swords reversed in your intuition and insight, and then you had Five of Swords upright for your spirit card. Oh, wow. This card was in the last reading. That's crazy. You feel emboldened. You embark to succeed in your wildest ambitions, regardless of the cost. Beware that not all conquests happen on the battlefield, for the assassin's strike is just as effective. In the spirit card, again, this comes back to follow where your heart, your passion, your love leads you. Let those gentle graces be the guide that take you forward. Because if you can connect to the gentle graces, then the storms that pass through the skies of life, you'll weather them because you started inside with loving life from the inside out. And, oh, okay. Well, we'll wait for you. Cinnamon Bun, I see that your brain and heart needs healing again. You're coming up. I'm wrapping up with Taffy over on, last you heard was Five of Swords. Okay. I'm wrapping up with Taffy over on Twitch. And so you'll be coming up, just so you know. I want to kick the ads over. Welcome back from the ads. You said you last heard Five of Swords. I was just saying it's interesting that you had Four of Swords in your insight and intuition card, and then Five of Swords in your spirit card. And the Five of Swords is interesting because it was actually in the previous reading. So it's a repeat card. And I love that kind of thing because your vibe attracts your tribe. And so tonight, the Five of Swords energy is with us. And I love that. So the Five of Swords says you feel emboldened. You embark to succeed in your wildest ambitions, regardless of the cost. Beware that not all conquests happen on the battlefield, for the assassin's strike is just as effective. So this is, again, a calling of where and when you should divert your time and energy, your love. right? I believe in unconditional love, but I also believe I'm meant to cross paths with only so many people in my life. And it's on me to give my best to the people that can receive my best, right? Not that I shouldn't share with everybody, but I should focus myself on those that can receive my love well. So I'm not wasting time and energy on lost causes. Sometimes people need to right themselves before help can be found. I'm not a magic worker. I can't just make somebody better. They've got to choose to want to be better before any help can come from me. And so that's an encouragement I have for others. When you're redefining love and your participation in relationships with others, focus your time and energy on people that meet you where you're at, not with expectations and judgments and strings attached and all of that hoops to jump through. Just fall in line with people who meet you where you are and let those be what fulfill you, right? And that starts within. Meet yourself where you are for all that you've been through, for all that you've witnessed, and for all that you want from life, everything future. So you're like in the meeting ground. The past is all the way up to right now, and the future is coming from the opposite direction, right up to now, and you're in the middle deciding how to act. Do you carry the past forward, full of all that makes you unfulfilled, or do you let go, process what you've been through, resolve it, release it, and then move forward into the future with a free mind, open heart, and happy head to get you where you most want to be? I like where that inspiration took me. I hope that was a resonant reading, Taffy. I hope you found insight or inspiration for where you're at and that it aligned with you. But I would love to know what you thought of the reading. Again, new deck. I'd like to know if it's working, if it's aligning with me, if I'm reading it well.